Everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a story that feels like it came straight out of a crime thriller, but unfortunately, it's all too real, and it's happening right here in South Africa. We're talking about the dramatic crackdown on corruption that has shaken the country and sent shockwaves all the way to the highest levels of political circles. Buckle up, because this is going to be a ride through scandal, luxury, and some very expensive Lamborghinis. In a decisive move against corruption, the Asset Forfeiture Unit of the National Prosecuting Authority, or the NPA, has frozen assets worth a staggering R326 million from businessman Hangwani Morgan Maumela. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's because Maumela is not just any businessman, he is related to President Cyril Ramaphosa through marriage. Yes, that's right. Connections that might once have offered protection now seem to be no shield against the long arm of the law. So what exactly has the NPA seized? We are not talking about just a few rand here and there. The confiscated assets include a fleet of luxury vehicles that would make any car enthusiast drool, 4 Lamborghinis, a Bentley, and even a party boat so lavish it makes yachts on the V&A waterfront look modest. Alongside these gleaming toys, the authorities have frozen high-end residential properties and 14 companies linked to Maumela. Between 2019 and 2021, these companies raked in over 400 million in contracts from Tembisa Hospital. That's right, 400 million rand, and the kicker is that these companies were allegedly not legitimate suppliers. Instead, they were operating from a single office in Sandton, a classic paper trail scam. The Special Investigating Unit, or SIU, uncovered some very concerning irregularities. They found forged documents, irregular procurement procedures, and favoritism that allowed Maumela and his associates to siphon off millions from the public health system. And all this happened at a time when the country was grappling with the COVID-19 pandemic, which makes the scale of this corruption even more shocking. The scandal first came to light in 2021, thanks to whistleblower Babita Deokaran, an accountant with the Gauteng Health Department. Deokaran had the courage to raise the alarm about irregular tender processes at Tembisa Hospital. Tragically, she was assassinated shortly afterward, a grim reminder of the risks faced by those who dared to expose corruption in South Africa. Her death sent shockwaves through civil society, highlighting just how deep the rot goes when public officials are willing to silence those who threaten their schemes. Fast forward to today, and the NPA is sending a very clear message: no one, no matter their wealth or political connections, is above the law. Spokesperson Findim Jonandwen described the asset seizures as a decisive blow against corruption, emphasizing that these properties and vehicles will eventually be forfeited to the state once the criminal proceedings are completed. This case is more than just about a single individual, it is a test of South Africa's commitment to transparency, accountability, and justice in public institutions. Civil society groups have welcomed the move, but they are also calling for swift action. The economic freedom fighters, along with other organizations, have demanded immediate arrests, warning that any delay could lead to attempts at cover-ups. They highlighted the devastating impact corruption had on Tembisa Hospital, with losses reportedly reaching up to 2.3 billion during the pandemic due to fraudulent deals. To put that in perspective, imagine what 2.3 billion could have done for public health, equipment, staff, medication, and life-saving resources that were instead diverted into private pockets. Now, let's take a moment to picture the scene: a luxurious Sandton office stacked with forged documents, a fleet of sports cars parked outside, and a party boat waiting for its next extravagant outing. It's a story so cinematic that Hollywood might be tempted to pick it up, but unfortunately, it's painfully real. And it also serves as a cautionary tale for those who think that political connections or wealth make them untouchable. In South Africa today, it appears, even the powerful are facing accountability. The implications of this case are far-reaching. For one, it signals a strengthening of law enforcement and anti-corruption measures in the country. The AFU and SIU's combined efforts show that investigations are no longer constrained by fear or influence. Secondly, it highlights the vulnerability of public institutions when oversight is weak and greed prevails. Hospitals, schools, and government departments rely on integrity in procurement and operations. When those systems are exploited, it's the public, patients, students, and everyday citizens who pay the price. It's also worth noting the political dimension. Maumela's ties to President Ramaphosa add another layer of complexity to this story. While this case does not implicate the president directly, it does underscore the persistent challenges faced by leaders in rooting out corruption, even within their extended networks. For South Africans, it's a reminder that vigilance and transparency must extend to every level of governance. As investigations progress and criminal proceedings unfold, one of the most important aspects to watch is the eventual forfeiture of assets. The luxury vehicles, properties, and companies once controlled by Maumela could become public assets, or at the very least, contribute to restitution for the victims of fraud. Beyond financial recovery, however, the real victory here is the demonstration that law enforcement agencies are willing to act decisively, even in high-profile cases. And let's not forget the human element. Whistleblowers like Babita Deokaran paid the ultimate price for their courage. Her legacy is a stark reminder that fighting corruption requires bravery and resilience. Hopefully, the progress in this case serves as inspiration for others to come forward, knowing that their voices matter and that justice can prevail. In summary, the seizure of R326 million in assets from Hangwani Morgan Maumela is more than just a headline. It is a symbol of accountability, a warning to those who exploit public resources, and a testament to the tireless work of South African law enforcement agencies. While the road to justice may be long and complex, this case represents a significant step forward in the country's ongoing battle against corruption. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the scale of corruption exposed in this case? Are luxury vehicles and party boats a fair price to pay for stolen public funds? We want to hear your opinions. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay informed, stay vigilant, and support transparency wherever you can. See you next time.